Ready, Dan? All right. Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting of the DeKalb Planning and Zoning Commission to order on Monday, August 4th at 6 p.m. Roll call, please.
Becker.
Here.
O'Flaherty.
Here.
Pena Graham. Fellabaum.
Here.
Wright.
Here.
Vice Chair McMahon.
Here.
Chair Maxwell. 5 present.
All right, we have a quorum present. Thank you. At this point in the meeting, I'm going to ask for an approval of the agenda. If there's any additions or deletions or a motion to approve the agenda from this meeting.
So moved.
We have a motion on the floor from Wright. Second.
Second.
Second from Becker. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. The agenda is accepted. At this point in the meeting, I'm going to call for an approval from the minutes from our July 21st, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
We have a motion to approve the minutes from July 21, 2025 from O'Flaherty. Second.
Second.
Second from Wright. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. This is the public participation portion of the meeting. This is the portion of the meeting where if you are here and you want to speak of something that is not on the agenda, I invite you to come to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and speak your piece. Seeing none, I'm going to close the public participation portion of the meeting and open up for new business. Under new business, tonight we have one item. So I'm going to open up a public hearing at 6:01 p.m. on Monday, August 4th, 2025. And the public hearing is a petition by Amico Hosen, represented by DVG Team, Inc., to rezone the property located at 802-810 South 4th Street from the General Commercial, GC, General Commercial District to the PDC, Planned Development Commercial District, to allow a gas station and a convenience store. Is there a presentation?
Yes.
All right, if you could state your name and address and give us your presentation, please.
Of course. Russ Posen, I'm the Director of Engineering for DVG Team Inc., 1155 Trout Line Road, Compton, Indiana. Actually grew up and raised in Elbert, Illinois, so glad to be back in the motherland. Representing DVG, of course. Thank you. Appreciate it. Dan did a great job of some of his staff report, but I'll go into the little bit of details and definitely open up for questions and comments after that. But we're developing the southeast parcel of 4th and Taylor. This existing building that is about 4,000 square foot currently. It previously, the northern portion previously was a 7-Eleven convenience store back several years ago, back in 2020. And I think its insurance is currently there now. But the store will be gutted and completely developed into a convenience store with this development and a gas station. We're proposing 3 fuel pumps, which is 6 fueling stations there, and we're adding additional parking to the east. So we're basically going to be utilizing these 2 parcels to their extent, for this use. The site, we've looked at this from an engineering perspective. Obviously, we've worked with staff on this. It's a very, very tight site to get a gas station, but we have nice little programs, and we can run the semi-truck fueling station in this site, and we'll come in from 4th Street, come into that kind of that little bit cockeyed concrete area on the north, kind of west there. That's where our fuel tanks will be underground, so we'll be able to stop and get the fuel and then get on to Taylor to get out of the site. But we meet parking requirement of this. We are providing 76% impervious area, but obviously this is a PD commercial piece, so obviously hopefully the approval of this will grant all those waivers. The site itself, the building, like I said, that's a good picture right there. The building itself, again, the inside can be gutted, but the outside, those are existing wall packs that'll stay. We're not really proposing a whole lot of extra lighting. We are going to have lighting underneath the canopy, so obviously that's provided for safety and for the use of that area. And then we are going to have 1 light pole at the dumpster on the east side where the parking lot is. So we'll have. It'll be lighted and safe and usable, but we're not going to be lighting anything beyond the right of way. We are providing detention, that's more of an engineering thing, but we're adding some impervious and we're doing some underground detention. So we're really at this point, anything from Dan, and I do have a representative here, Dave Duran, who has got a lot of the, if you have some, we'll say economic, questions, or you want to hear some of those nice facts, he'll be open to come on up and make some statements about the project. But I'll leave it to you guys.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Russ. Is there a presentation from the city?
Yes, Russ went through very well. The request, again, rezoning from general commercial to planned development commercial district for this site. Also approval of a preliminary and final development plan. It's 0.67 acres, of course, at Taylor and South 4th Street. Used to be a White Hen. It's been closed since 2020. It's been vacant since. There was a proposal in 2024, about April 2024, for a deli, packaged liquor store, which was turned down by the council, not accepted. The site to the, to the east is Founder School District property, so zone residential, and there's a 100-foot setback for liquor sales, unless it's waived, and it wasn't. So there's no proposed liquor sales for this gas station convenience store. It's going to be about 4,000 square feet. There's a color rendering showing the 3 islands, 6 pumps on the west side of the building. Some initial concept plans had the few islands on the north side, but it's a lot narrow there between the street and building, so they moved it to the west, which is much better. So they'll accommodate 3 islands, 6 pumps. There are some waivers requested due to the size of the site for parking, paving, landscape setbacks, the maximum site coverage. For current access is here off of South 4th Street, which is a state highway. It's a change of use, so I know they've submitted for approval by IDOT. I don't know if they got the final approval or not. They should. It's just a change of use or keeping the existing access. So
Yeah, we have no word back from them yet, but we have submitted and we are coordinating with
Okay.
IDOT.
Just some, that's a view looking south. They have a large green area to the east of the building up to the tree line than the school district property. So this is the area that they're going to do most of the parking. So they're moving the access off Taylor to the east. It's currently in this area. They're moving east to get access to a new parking area over here. So that'd be helpful. 18 parking spaces are required based on the use, and they're providing 18 spaces, so they meet the parking requirements. The setbacks, they have to go down to 0 setback between the pavement and the property line on the north side here due to the fact they need to keep a 24-foot aisle and 19-foot long parking space to meet the UDO. On the west side, next to South 4th Street, they'll have 5 feet landscape setback. If landscape plan shows some shrubs in there, so they'll be able to landscape that. As you can see, there's a small landscape area now, so they'll still maintain that as you look at the site. On the public right-of-way, they'll be green, the sidewalk stays, of course. But they have to reduce that to meet all the setback requirements and keep, we want they did provide a layout showing truck maneuvering through the sites in your packet. So the tanks will be buried here. This is the island here. So mostly entering off 4th, but they did provide the plan showing the turning radiuses for the semi-trucks and gas trucks to get through the site and out to Taylor Street. Actually, they widened that access from 25 feet out to 32 feet at the request of our city engineer to allow trucks to get in and out of there a little easier. So, and this east parking lot, they have a little turnaround area where cars, if it's full, they can pull, turn around and come back out. And the trash dumpsters down there, which will be screened. So they also have 20 feet between the parking lot and the east property line. The UDO between commercial use and residential has a 50-foot setback, or PDC, district. They have 20 feet, and as you can, we think this should be granted. As you can see, the Founders School is 300 plus 500 feet away from the actual property, a lot of green space there, so really no impact on that. But that is a waiver. Site max coverage is 70%. They're a little bit over at 76.3%, but again, need that to provide safe vehicle circulation and parking on the site. So we find these waivers acceptable based on the location of the site, the size of the site, and past approvals. Although it's a smaller site, it should be a good addition to that intersection and benefit to the corridor along South 4th Street. We have some other stations in town like Circle K at 1st Street and Hillcrest, similar size, you know. Not ideal to kind of move around, but it will work. So, and then with every plan, we have the staff review it. Adequate services are provided, sanitary water up next to the site already. You're going to have stormwater detention for the additional impervious area underground in the northeast part of the lot. KWRD also reviewed it, and they're good on the, all comments were addressed for this level of plan review. And one thing that we'll get is a final plat of re-subdivision. As mentioned, it's actually 2 lots, 2 different owners, the 7-Eleven and this, the office is here. So they actually added that piece after the initial look at the property just to get more space so they could fit the parking on, circulation, et cetera, which was good. So they'll do a plat of re-subdivision to create 1 lot out of the 2. So they'll be spending that, and that will come back to the commission and city council in the near future. So we think that meets all the standards for rezoning. The findings of fact are in the staff report. And we'd recommend approval. And we did not receive any written comments on the rezoning request. So sample motion is provided there that approves the preliminary plan, and Exhibit A lists those out, and they're in your packet. The site plan, grading plan, the utility plan, stormwater plan, the turning movement exhibit, of course, landscape plan, and the lighting plan also. And then the Exhibit V is the development standards, allowing the gas station, convenience store, other permitted special uses in the general commercial district, the waivers, which I talked about, and then the requirement for submittal of final plat.
Very good. Thank you, Dan. Is there anybody from the public that wishes to speak on this matter? If there is, come to the podium, state your name and address for the record. Seeing none, I'm going to close the public hearing portion of this meeting at 6:13 p.m. on Monday, August 4th. And I'm going to open it up to the committee for questions, comments.
There was another business on the other end, right, of that?
White Oak, yeah, the tax services.
So that whole building is gonna be,
The whole building is going to be the convenience store, so that business will be relocated. And they are part of the group that is selling it, I believe, so they're fully aware of this.
Yeah, that's a separate owner, separate lot, but part of the selling the property with the former 7-Eleven. So that'll be part of the convenience store.
all right.
So they're-
Okay.
There was no comment from the gas station down the street?
No.
Nothing. And the parking, most of the parking for this is on the backside in the green area, that's green area now, right?
Correct. There is some on the north side of the building, right there, just the ADA. But yeah, the majority of the site is in the back there.
Is there any plans to put a door for the store on the backside of the building?
I don't know if I have the architecture in front of me for a door.
I thought there was a little
that is
service
to-
door in the back for
up-
like deliveries or something, but.
Yeah, I believe there is a door on the east side, though.
Yeah, not a public,
Okay.
yeah.
A lot of convenience stores have that. The main entrance is by the pumps, but there is always a door that you can get access in the back.
So you light at the pumps, but what about lighting around the parking area?
So we do have, so the lighting on the parking area by the dumpster, that does light up the parking area pretty well. And we have submitted a photometric plan, and I think it meets the code as we submitted with the photo, because we did submit a photometric of that. So yeah, there'll be light for plenty of light back there for safety. Because again, the light pole is kind of right there it'll be to the left of the dumpster, so it'll shine up to that whole area. And then there's wall packs on the building right now, which will shine up the area, and then the canopy does spill over into the building itself. So we feel it's a nicely lit area.
What will the hours of operation be?
I think it'll meet city code, so I assume 5 a.m. till 11, the latest.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tight fit, but it'd be nice to see that building occupied again.
Yeah, and it's a nice residential area, obviously, when you have residents in a nice intersection like this, convenience stores, get your pop, get your drinks, everything are good. Want to add anything to it?
Yeah, again, my name's David Durand, the address, I live at 218 Sheridan Street in Crown Point, Indiana. Enjoyed the 2-hour drive here, it was
My
really
old,
nice.
my old stomping grounds, I lived there for
Crown
15
Point?
years, yeah.
Very nice.
Nice.
And, yeah, this is, again, when you start looking at the economic impact of what this does for this corner, it's a corner that yields about $500,000 in tax dollars currently now to all the bodies. It's about a $1.5 to $1.7 million investment, and this is in a newly TIF district that's being created here, so it's gonna shed some light into that as well. And it doesn't create traffic, all right, as far as nobody drives around to check out gas stations, right, or convenience stores. It is exactly what it is. It's convenient. So the question about the gas station on the other side of the road, you're a creature of habit. If you're going northbound, you're gonna stop on that side of the road, you're not gonna cross traffic. If you're going southbound, you're gonna probably hit the current one that's over there and not make that turn. As the school develops over there and there's traffic that goes through the school, you'll probably be collecting some of that traffic as well for coffee, convenience items inside, and getting some gas. So we don't feel that this is gonna be an impact in a negative way as far as traffic is concerned. As far as increasing it, it's more of just capturing current traffic that's on there. But it will bring life to that corridor as you guys continue to expand and look at the development of that 4th Street TIF district. And so we're very hopeful and very proud to be part of that project.
Very good.
So, I'm excited to see development on South 4th Street, but I guess my big concern is that it's so close to the other gas station, and I'm concerned about adding another potential environmental impact issue on South 4th that's already heavily impacted by some older properties that have to sit there for 100 years. I'm worried about ground contamination, and so when you guys are putting these in, what are?
So I've actually done several gas stations lately, and the rules of last 10 years plus are incredibly strict. Yeah, these tanks, is everything 100%? I'm not going to say that, but
No,
these,
nothing will
yeah,
be, but-
they're
double lined.
they're double lined. They are, they are to the requirements of gas stations are far and away more strict than they ever have been in the past. Environmental issue is I really think that it's,
Yeah, there is strict regulations, state fire marshal approval, our department approval. It's no different than the Casey's that went in,
Yeah, I
a
guess.
few years back at Peace Road. They got to meet all the requirements.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
And the other part too, your question about the concerns of the gas station, competition breeds better quality for your customers, right?
Yes and no.
One down the street is
It's
selling
just
gas
so
for X,
close.
they're gonna match it, so,
Yeah.
as a customer-based person that's looking for it, not that you shop around for, the most inexpensive gas that's out there, but that will help the corridor as far as being a cost-conservative approach to your residents and visitors to your community.
Yeah. Okay.
Dan, do you know, is there a required periodic testing for ground soil contamination for gas stations?
I'm not familiar with the gas station annual inspections. I know they're probably, the pumps are inspected.
I'm sure there's an annual inspection. I don't have the actual data in front of me though,
Yeah.
but I know they are inspected.
Thought to meet whatever state and local requirements. Yeah.
Okay, I know I used to work in the coatings industry, and we had underground tanks, and we had to provide ground soil testing annually. So I wasn't sure about gas stations or.
They follow the state codes.
Anything else? Anybody else? All right, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Dan. Does anybody want to make a motion on this item?
Sure, I'll do it. Based on submitted additions and testimony presented, I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission forward its findings of fact and recommend to the City Council approval of the rezoning from this GC General Commercial District to the PDC Planned Development Commercial District for the subject property located at 802 through 810 South 4th Street to allow a gas station / convenience store. Approval is also granted for a preliminary and final development plan as shown in Exhibit A and subject to the plan development standards listed in Exhibit B.
There's a motion on the floor from Becker. Is there a second?
Let's see.
We got a second from Wright. Roll call, please.
Becker,
Yes?
O'Flaherty,
No.
Fellow
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
McMahon.
Yes.
Approved 4-1.
All right.
Great.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate
All
it.
right. Good luck next week. All right, that's it for new business. Are there any reports?
Next scheduled meeting is August 18th. There's no hearings. Unless we get a concept plan or a plat of some sort, we'll cancel that meeting. If we do have it, it's going to be at the police department. The council, city council, and finance advisory committee meeting are starting to meet up with the budget, so they're going to be in here on the 18th. But we'll let the Thursday before, we'll send out the agenda or the cancellation notice. Yeah, but no hearings, certainly. Welcome new PCC member, Tom
Thank you.
Philipbaum. Great to have you.
Nice to be here.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Tom, you want to
Can we get his bio?
talk a little bit about
I really don't know.
yeah, how long you been in the city and
Let's
what you
see,
do?
I've been in the city for, I think, let's see, I graduated from Northern in '92, and so I've been there ever since.
Been around,
so,
yeah.
Yep,
Well, great to have you. Yeah.
thank you.
And city council their last meeting on the 28th of July, they did take a look at an ordinance repealing the rezoning at 145 Fifth. That's the old St. Mary's Hospital that the city approved a few years ago for 32 apartment units in the existing building. They did not submit a final development plan within a 2-year time limit. They had a preliminary plan approved. Went through the commission. They haven't submitted that, and also had some violations on the site regarding property maintenance. So the council discussed that. They decided to table it to their September 8th meeting. The applicant, the owner, did pay the fines that were due on the site and indicated they'll be submitting final plans shortly. So just to let you know what that
Did they
Action was.
receive any city funds for that project?
No. No. That's all I had. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Dan. Anybody from the floor to report anything? Seeing no more reports, I'm going to ask for an adjournment.
So moved.
I second.
Motion on the floor to adjourn by Wright, second by O'Flaherty. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign.
All right.